Alrighty, hello everybody. Today we are back with a Smite 2 beta OB10 support tier list. This tier list will be updated again once Ganesh drops. Probably not Scylla, but definitely when Ganesh drops. I think it'll be 12. That's going to be maybe it'll be 11. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to try to update this as often as I can with all the new like support, at least with the support changes, support drops, stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. You know, real quick, I want to get out of the way. I am able to record videos again. For those of you that know me, I built a new PC and I'm finally able to record. I just haven't been able to record on my old one. I couldn't even play the game with like 60 plus FPS. And if I recorded, it would just crash. Like the recording would freeze and it was just bad. So I finally built a new computer. It was really cool. And I'm finally able to make videos again. So I've been playing a ton, been playing ranked a lot, been grinding, and I have a pretty decent idea, I think, of where everyone belongs. Before you ask in the comments, this is the god pool that I have here. Certain characters I might do both normal and aspect. Some of them I might just do aspect if I think they are only played with aspect and support. And some of them I might do like only no aspect if they're only played with no aspect and support. I have all the gods listed up here, but for the sake of this tier list, I'm only doing gods that I have personally played in the support role, whether it be for like memes or anything like that. But yeah, I've included everybody. I think every character has a chance to shine. And, you know, some characters, even the D tier characters, you know, like some of them are going to go in here and they still have a purpose, kind of, but you just generally speaking wouldn't play them. That's why I named it straight trolling. You can see here, made some updates to the tier list as well. So you have S tiers, some descriptions as to why they are. And again, once this video is done, you can see a full, you can download this graphic from my Discord. The link's in the description. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do this alphabetically. Now, one thing I do want to note is that from left to right, it's not going to be in order of like how strong they are. Generally speaking, if they're in a tier, I think they're about equal. But I'll let you know, like if I think they're better than another character or not. I'm just going to do them alphabetically just to make it easier to view and to make it. So just want to get that out of the way. And we're going to start with Athena. So Athena does actually have an aspect that's more of like a jungle aspect, but we're going to talk about Athena base first. And Athena has a lot going for her, but she doesn't have a lot going for her in Smite 2. Now, they did give her some decent +1s with the ultimate. You know, when they die, you still get to teleport over there. You're giving good buffs to your teammates. The taunt is still decent CC. You're doing decent damage. The problem is with Athena right now is she does do decent CC and she does have good peel. She has decent engage. She just dies really easily. Like the taunt is essentially a free engage for the enemy team, and that counters her really heavily. So she's not that strong right now. You know, previously in Smite 1, she was like one of the best supports, period, for ranked. So you would just pick her all the time. In Smite 2, I don't think she's horrible. I know a lot of people hate her right now, but I think she's like an A support because she's balanced. You know, she has really good strengths, but she also has really good weaknesses. So you gotta be on the lookout for those. So I think Athena no aspect is in A, and I think Athena with aspect is in B tier because the aspect gives away a lot of the buffs that you're giving to your teammates, and it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of wanting to go Athena because of that global ultimate. Like where she has a good CC, but other characters have better CC. You're really going her for that global ultimate that gives those buffs to your teammates. So with aspect, she's a little bit lower. You know, she's not bad. She's just slightly underbalanced. The weaknesses are attached stronger. So that's why she's in there. Next up, we have Aries. I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm hitting Control F instead. Okay. Aries is the god of war. He is right now, in my opinion, one of the strongest supports in the game. In like mid to high tier ranked right now. And even casuals, like he just does so much damage, but also he is incredibly safe right now. When you go base Aries without the aspect, some of the changes they made to him and some of the items really suit him well. He uses Freya Tears phenomenally right now because it gives you 20 CD, and that benefits the second half of his passive where he gets an aura of intelligence based on how much like cooldown he has. So with that item giving you as much CD as it does, and with how tanky it makes you as well, it's a fantastic item on him. His chains do insane damage. He has a lot of cripple. The only reason he's not like an S because he's like not completely OP is he's still very easy to deal with. You know, he has a very telegraph CC. You know when he's going to ult you, you know he's going to chain you. There's a lot of ways to immune his ultimate right now. Like certain characters like Guan Yu, for an example, his 3 completely immunes Aries ult. And there's other characters like that in the game. So like things that make you knock up immune, like Anubis 1. And there's just a lot of them. So there are things to watch out for there. But other than that, he's really strong. He doesn't have any instant peel. That's another reason why he's not like completely broken. You know, he's just overperforming. He's very strong. And I would recommend picking him like all the time. Since I've really been picking him up, I think I went on a 8-game win streak in ranked, and I had like an insanely high positive KD every game with almost top damage, while being able to mitigate like an insane amount as well. He's just very strong right now. And then Aspect Aries, a lot of people absolutely hate Aspect Aries, for good reason. You know, he's not like, it's not the best. It's what it does is it turns your 2 into a stun, and it's really not the best. But I, however, think it's not horrible. I think it's B tier, same with Athena Aspect, where you're kind of building it for a specific purpose. Like you're building it for the stun. Now that stun gives up a lot of the protections you're getting on the 2, like all the protections you're getting on the 2 actually, as well as the health regen. And you're also losing the attack damage bonus as well. For your allies, what I really like about the Aspect though, and why I don't think it's like in C or D, is it's really good for countering like channelable characters. Like you go it to counter pick like a Cerberus, because a Cerberus is really strong right now, spoiler alert. Or like a Bacchus 3, maybe even like a Cabrakan ground pound. There's a Khepri pull. You go it to interrupt something. It's really strong. So, but it's not nearly as strong as base Aries. But the prots on base Aries too that he gives is just way too strong. So go that not like 90% of the time, and then occasionally go the Aspect. Just don't expect it to do a lot. You're going to be noticeably squishier, and your teammates are as well. Aphrodite is another very strong character right now. She's going in A+. She has a very good single target peel and single target CC. You know, she's not going to be able to like peel your entire backline, but whoever your carry is that game, if you're duo queuing with like a jungler or your ADC or even your mid laner or even your soul laner, if you're duo queuing with anybody, you just kiss them, rely on them the whole game, and just make sure that they don't die. And then you're probably gonna win, because you're just carrying you and your teammate out of ranked queues. It's very strong. Even if the enemy team goes anti-heal, you just being able to stun them with the kiss. You know, if you go Lifebinder, you're giving your teammate that extra shield as well. Like healing aside, and she does decent damage in the support role, because you're going a little bit of a hybrid cooldown build usually, and she's just a good pick. You know, specifically if you're duo queued, she's a good pick, and she's really easy to play. Anybody can pick her up and be like, okay, this is how I play the character. And she's giving a free beads and Aegis on a pretty short cooldown that also lets her dash to her teammate like Mercy and Overwatch. It's really strong. You should definitely be picking her right now. Next up is On Her. I have a love-hate relationship with him. He's going in C tier. On Her support is a very popular pick because of genetics, unfortunately. Too many people play it that they shouldn't. And with On Her, I'm also going to put his Aspect in here immediately because they're going in the same tier C. You know, they have benefits to them. They're not horrible, like, but you shouldn't pick them like every game, right? They are easily countered, because if you're going them, you're usually going the Arrows Bow build, and you just get anti-heal, and then the Arrows Bow build gets kind of countered. Now, On Her has a little bit more stuff to him, like base On Her, he has Prot Shred, he has a knockback, he has a slow. He has a lot more to him than Aspect On Her, but I still think they're in the same tier. They're just easily countered. And honestly, auto tech supports have never been like insanely good in Smite game, but they're getting a little bit more popular now that Hyros is adding more items. So I just don't think he's very strong. I don't think there's a lot to say about it. You can make it work. You can absolutely make it work. You can actually absolutely carry with it if you're really good at On Her. But that being said, for everybody who plays the game, he's not going to be an A+ pick or an S tier pick. He's just going to be an S tier pick for you because you're really good at him. His weaknesses heavily outweigh his strengths in the support role. He doesn't have really any peel other than his impale, and your healing alone is not going to be enough to save somebody. Now, if you're going like a more damage focused build and you're just playing as the second jungler, that's fine. But then you're completely relying your teammates to play around that instead of them playing the normal game. So that's just, again, something to keep in mind. And that's where On Her sits as of this moment. Next up, we have Apollo, which is the exact opposite Apollo right now, I'm only going to include his aspect because you shouldn't really play base Apollo in support. I mean, you can with the ult, but let's be real, you're going the aspect. He A+. At least at the time of release of his aspect, which will probably be nerfed very soon, but not when this video goes live. He is so unbelievably strong. He has an insane amount of peel that his mesmerize is so good. And with it now being able to shield and provide protections to teammates, oh my goodness. And then his one with a normal tank build right now, your one is hitting for 500 at late game, and you can cast it at least 3 times when you engage on somebody if you have the stacks built up. So with an Apollo ult, remember, you can now bring teammates with you. Imagine you dump 2 teammates on somebody and you hit an enemy mage after you just knock them up with your ultimate 3 times for 500. That's 1,500 damage. Plus you have 2 other teammates with you and you can mez them. You can knock them up with your dash. There's just a lot to his kit right now. You can buff ally attack speed, debuff enemy attack speed. He is very good. You know, a lot of the attack speed junglers like Kali are really strong right now. And he just counters them with his one, and it's really good because you can poke from afar. You can play as a backline support that does damage. It's really nice. You know, it feels weird to put a hunter in A+, but it is what it is. They dropped him with an insanely good support aspect, you know, and I'm sure next patch he'll probably go in B. I don't think he'll ever go below B just because of how insane his aspect is. It gives him so much utility, but you know, it is what it is. Just keep an eye out for it. Play it. If you haven't played it already, go play it. You'll know what I'm talking about. It is so unbelievably strong. And yeah, that's Apollo. Next up, we have Bacchus. Bacchus has one of the best engages in the game. He always have. Flop engage is super good. He's able to completely immune Aries ultimate with his 3. It has built-in anti-heal. It stuns. He has a lot of free damage. He's a great support right now. He does damage. He does tankiness. He does not instant peel, which is why he's not an A+. You know, his strengths don't outweigh the weaknesses that much. They're kind of perfectly balanced there. So that's why he's going in A. Bacchus aspect, because I have to include it, is going in B. It just completely undermines everything you want to be doing as a support, and it's just really hard to play around. You can play around it, so that's why it's not in like C or D. It's just you have to focus around it, and the weaknesses are attached stronger. So please go this. Do I have them in the right tier? No. Sorry. I have notes on my side here. It actually goes in C tier. For the same reason, it's just a tier lower. You have to, similar to the honor aspect, you're kind of relying on building around this. You would go this if you think you can carry a game on your own, but it's much better just going in like solo or something, or even jungle. So just don't bother with it. Next up we have Baron. Man, I love Baron, but he sucks right now. He's going in B. He doesn't completely suck. He really does a few things, and all those things aren't great right now. His heal is lackluster when they go anti-heal. The movement speed's really nice. His damage is pretty good, but his peel isn't there without the heal. The root's not doing too much, although the bigger root / stun you get with his new +1 in Smite 2 is really nice. His ult feels pretty decent, but he's just not great right now. I think he's kind of a counter pick character where if they don't really have a lot of anti-heal, your team's really tanky and you can afford to go like a hybrid mage character, you would go him. But honestly, Aphro just does a lot of what he does in a better way. And Baron's Brew isn't that great of an item right now anyway, so there's just really not a lot of reasons to pick him. After Baron, we have Bellona. Base Bellona is going in... Actually, I don't have base Bellona. It's just aspect Bellona, because why would you actually not play aspect Bellona? I have her in B tier, but I think I'm actually going to move her to A tier. Now that I'm thinking about it now, because it's really strong. You know, you're giving your shield stacks to allies, including your minions. That's really strong. Helps your early game clear so much because the enemies can't kill the minions. She does amazing with an arrow spell build because she can apply it really well with her 3. Even if they go anti-heal, the healing combined with her 3 is still going to be a lot stronger. And especially if you're in shield stack stance, you're able to provide shield stacks and healing with arrows bow. She does a lot. She has buffs to the team. I do think her weaknesses and strengths are pretty equal, so that's why I'm putting her up here. I think she's kind of forgotten about a lot of times, But she has a disarm, the block stacks. There's a lot in there, and auto attackers are really prevalent right now. So I think she should definitely not get forgotten. Just a lot of times your solo laner is picking her up, so you're not really getting a chance to play her. And I think that's why I had her in B before. But yeah, I think I'm confident putting her in A. Just she could really, like, if there's like an A- on my tier list, she would probably go there. But yeah, I'm gonna put her in A here. I think she's pretty solid, balanced pick. And next up we have Cabrakan, the Destroyer of Mountains. He is a solid A pick. He does a ton of damage, a ton of CC, 2 stuns. That's able to heal him now as well. His ultimate's really nice. His 3 can cripple now. It's really cool. He's just a good character. The only problem is he's kind of killable right now. So be it. He's a little bit better in solo personally, but I think he can do great as support. You can't really play as both a backline peel and a dive, so you have to pick one or the other. And he doesn't really like playing as a backline peel, and typically as support you have to play as a backline peel because your solo laner is the one that's supposed to be diving. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's definitely balanced right now. He's not overtuned. He's not too weak. He can fit in a lot of comps, and I think he can fit in a lot of comps well. And then next up we have Cerberus. I think Cerberus also goes in A+ with Aphrodite and Aries because again, built-in anti-heal, but this time the anti-heal goes to yourself. You're able to heal yourself, and it's so strong. He has a lot of prot shred, which is really great, and he does a lot of inherent damage, which is always good. A phenomenal ultimate. You're burning their beads. It's similar to Aries, where you can immune it really easily, which sucks, but you're still able to do some damage with it, which is nice. And that's base Cerberus, of course. Aspect Cerberus is going in B tier. I just want to make sure I have that right. Yes, B tier. Because it's incredibly hard to stack it in support. You're not jumping in like you are in solo, like constantly. So late game, you're going to have stacks to make it like worthwhile. But in support, it's really hard to get that going, and it ruins your ultimate completely in support. It's just a glorified knockup at that point, and it's much worse than what it is without the aspect. So although you can go it, and it does heavily boost your damage, it's just the weaknesses are a lot stronger in the support role specifically, and you'd have to really play around it to make it work, and that's why he's in B, because you have to play around it like Baron or Athena aspect or Aries aspect. You're picking it for a specific reason. You're picking it to counter something. Like again, these ones you're picking it for a specific reason. Cupid, I love Cupid support so much. Same thing as on her right now. He's a little bit better than on her because he actually has CC and more forms of healing than just Arrow's bow. But same thing, he's going in C tier. He's just, again, if you want to play a healer, go the Apollo support Arrow's bow build, or just play Afro. If you want to play healer, honestly, just play Afro. You're going to do so much better. Or play Guan Yu, and we haven't gotten there yet, but just play Guan Yu if you want to play like a team healer. Next up, we have Fenrir. Fenrir is a very popular support pick. Right now, he's not doing best. You kind of want to build him more damage heavy. If you're going him support, you need to play as a second jungler, really, and just kind of focus on invading enemy camps. I think normal Fenrir, you're going in B. He just gets shut down really easily right now. And if you don't have a lead, you're not going to be happy. You have to be a really good player to make it work. You have to know how to go in. You have to know how to rotate well. You have to know how to... you have to have good game sense, because you have to know when it's safe to invade and when it's not. And then Aspect Fenrir, I think he goes down a tier into C. He's just not that strong. The Aspect kind of nerfs the damage a little too hard, because really what you want to do is go for those invades. And all it does is give you a slow on the Brutalize, and slows are very easily countered right now. There's a lot of ways to do it with like the beads or Hussar's Wings, which it's super expensive, but it just completely counters that entire ability. It's just, I don't know. I just really wouldn't recommend going Fenrir Aspect, because the way you want to play him is completely the opposite of what that aspect wants you to do. Next up, we have Geb. I fucking hate Geb right now. I have to put him in A tier because he's actually, no, Erosion's out. I'm going to put him in B tier. Totally forgot about that. But by the time I made my notes, Erosion wasn't in the game. Erosion's in the game now. I think he's in B tier. He can do a lot of damage. He is tanky. No, he's an A. And the reason he goes in A is his passive. Crit is so strong right now. Crit is so popular right now, and his shield just completely fucks crit. It is so good. I hate him though in Smite 2. I just feel so useless. Even when I'm shielding my teammates, it just hate it. Hate it so much. I feel like he was a lot better in Smite 1, but his +1s in Smite 2 are so good. I don't know why he feels so bad. I think there's just a lot more stuff in Smite 2, and it's just like, why would I play that when I could go play this? Anyway, I'm rambling. He's really not bad. He's so different, and it's just weird for me to play. I'm always like, why would I play this when I could play something else? But he is a balanced character. He can really provide a lot when they have like a crit heavy, attack speed heavy team. His shield's super strong. If you play him, I really recommend just going like a cooldown build where you're focusing on shield spamming and maybe ult spamming for engage or peel. This is not a hot take at all. Aspect Geb is the worst fucking thing in the game. It like, I don't know, man. Even in like a jungle role, why would you ever go that? It's so bad. All it does is remove your fucking CC on your knock up, and then it gives you a circle instead, and it does the full damage. It's like, okay, but it's just in support, especially. It's like, why would you ever go that? Like, you want the knock up. Please don't go Geb aspect. Even if you're not support and you're playing like Geb jungle, don't go Geb aspect. Just play normal Geb. Get the knock up, because then you can go and knock up into the poly, and then you can actually confirm the kill, and you'll be happy later. Guan Yu goes in A because he just got nerfed a little bit. He is still really strong. I had him in A+ before, but he's going in A because he just got nerfed. And this is Guan Yu aspect. Of course, I don't play him without the aspect. Go the aspect so you can go more intelligence items like Chronos Pendant, maybe Rod of Asclepius, stuff with cooldown on it. Spam your heal, spam dash. You're able to team fight super well. You're able to peel so well because you're able to heal them. Even if they go anti-heal with Rod of Asclepius, you just don't care about it anymore. And he's super strong. And you're giving your teammates their ultimates up like every 13 seconds. You're ulting every 10 seconds. It's insane. He has a lot of utility. And where he lacks in peel, he has a lot of utility and a lot of damage and a lot of prot shred. And we love prot shred nowadays, now that pen doesn't exist. Hades. Sorry, I'm speeding up a little bit, but I'm going to put Hades in D tier. I don't think he's great in support. A lot of people like him. I don't. The silence is like cool, but it's like, you're playing him to do damage, and that's about it. And honestly, he's a really good solo right now, so just play him in solo. That's all there is to say. Just don't play him in support. Go play him in solo. He's really just not even worth it. And now we have Hecate. I love me some Hecate. Hecate, we're not going to talk about her no aspect. We're going to be talking about her with aspect. I have her in C, and I think that makes sense. She has like no peel. She has a shield that only shields magical damage, which is like, and it's a good shield. Don't get me wrong, but again, it only shields magical damage. You're playing her if they have a lot of ability casters. Like if they have an Uller, even a Cernos. No, actually, it doesn't work on Cernos 1. It only works on without the aspect. But anyway, if they have ability casters like Stand Switcher like Uller, or just ability spammers, you're going to do so much damage in team fights from just them hurting themselves. You can go full tank and just go like a life binder and heal your teammates like that. But other than that, you're not really providing super much. So you're really playing around her damage, and that's why she's going in C, because you have to play a specific way, and your teammates have to play a specific way in order for it to be really good. You know, you're realistically only going in if your team has a lot of self peel, and most of the time they're not going to. So that's why she's there. Hercules, I think he sucks right now in support. I think he's okay in other roles. I don't think he's that good. The knock up dash combo isn't enough. His damage and support isn't there to make him worthwhile. Typically, you would play him as like an invade character, and I don't know. There's just not enough there for him to be super worthwhile. I honestly think just go, if you want to play him and do the invade stuff, just play Fenrir. You're a lot safer. You're a lot tankier too, and he does a lot of what Hercules wants to do, but better. And then Herc aspect, I think, is in D tier. I like what they tried to do, but it just doesn't hit. You know, I don't know. That's just not good. And I think everybody knows. it's just, I don't know, man. If you're going Herc support, this aspect really defeats the whole purpose of why you want to go Herc support, which is weird because it's a support aspect. But you're not going Herc support to like be a true support. You're going Herc support to go invade the enemies and ruin their lives. And you can't do that with this aspect. And even if you do go as aspect and play as a peeler, it's just not enough. So Yeah, Hun Batz, the monkey. I'm only including him with aspect because the stun. It's going to be very similar to Fenrir. I think depending on who the enemy is, Hun Batz might be a little bit better because you can stun their channelable abilities a lot easier than Fenrir can. But yeah, he's in B tier. There's not too much to say about it. It's very similar to Fenrir. He's just another support assassin that does damage and can invade really well. Khepri is in a weird spot right now. There's a lot of executes in the game, and he dies really fast. So we're gonna put base Khepri in B tier, and we're gonna put Khepri aspect in A tier. And I don't think that's gonna surprise anybody. Khepri aspect is so much better than base Khepri. Holding them in place seems like it wouldn't be that great as compared to the normal pluck, but dude, it's so much better, and you're doing so much more damage. And ironically, it sets up kills so much better for your team because they're able, instead of them having to predict where you're going to pull them to, it's just they're going to be there. Plus, like, and I said this again, I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. The damage is so strong on Khepri aspect. You're still dying pretty fast, but man, you're able to destroy some carries early game and even late game with the aspect. It's really good. Next up we have Loki. I'm only talking about Loki aspect because normal Loki isn't really support, and that's going straight in D tier. I said before Geb aspect might be the worst thing in the game. No, I was wrong. This is the worst thing in the game. No, that's about it. It just sucks. It sucks major balls. Don't do it. All you do is you make your teammates go invisible. Okay. Literally nothing else. It's just bad, and it ruins you as a character because it takes away like your main point of damage. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Raw with aspect is going in. I have him in D tier on my notes, but I want to put him in C. I'm gonna put him in C because he does have a little bit more utility than just the heal. He has 0 peel without the heal. Like completely 0. Nah, he's going to D. He's going to D. The utility isn't enough to make up for it. Like, because, and when I say utility, he gives you prots and power, but it's just not enough. He's just imagine there's a C-. He's going in C-. You can play it and get away with it. It's just there are so many better picks. Why would you? The healing is really strong. It's a really good heal, and you're able to stick the 3 to them, and you're giving them prots and that power buff all the time. You're able to aim your ult. That's really strong, but it hard caps the damage on your ult. It doesn't scale at all. But that's it. If they go anti-heal, you get Rod of Asclepius to counter it, but then you're just kind of done. There's no peel from you. Your damage is pretty lackluster. That's about it. So just be very. I still find it enjoyable. Just be very hesitant because it's not the best. Sobek. He is going in A. He's very tanky right now. Damn near unkillable if you play him right. And he is just super strong. He has built-in anti-heal. His pluck is phenomenal. His pluck will get you killed if you miss it, so do not miss it. But he has a lot of CC. The execute is so good. It heals you, gives you permanent health. There's a lot of items that scale really well with permanent health right now. And you can be very tanky in the late game. He's a very balanced character. Sobek aspect, however, is a C tier character because you can still get value out of it because you're still CCing them. However, that shit sucks, man. To play that, I played a game where I accidentally went the Sobek aspect, and I was still fucking them. I was fucking them up, dude. Let me tell you, these guys were not ready for this. I love Sobek. Sobek's one of my favorite characters, but the Sobek aspect, the entire game, I just kept thinking to myself, damn, if I chase them, all I could do was push them farther away, as opposed to being able to pull them closer to me. And that's the sad reality, is it's just so much worse than pluck. You're able to peel a little bit easier because you can push more than one person. But man, missing the pluck, or losing the pluck rather, is just so sad. It just doesn't feel good. So although you can play it and you're still gonna like probably do great, why would you, man? Just go pluck them. Go pluck them. Morrigan aspect only. I'm not talking about normal Morrigan because I think normal Morrigan sucks right now. Like, just go the aspect. The teleport is so much better. She's going in C tier. You can turn into any character in the game. That's so cool, but it's a big gimmick. Reality in team fights, you're gonna have to rely on that, and you're also on a pretty long cooldown. So she's going down here. She does lots of damage, and that's great. But yeah, you're really relying on the ult to do stuff, and it's just a gimmick, and you're relying on it. So you're not playing support normally. Your team's gonna have to play around that, and that's why she's in C tier. I think I've said that a lot this video, so I think that makes sense for you guys. Thor, I'm including both versions of Thor. We have Thor in B tier, normal Thor, and Aspect. No, sorry, other way around. Aspect Thor in B tier, and normal Thor in C tier. Reason being, Thor can actually play like a true support. He can peel for you. Also, he can engage for you, and that's really nice. Aspect Thor is just a little bit stronger because you're able to sustain yourself and heal for an insane amount and keep team fighting. So he's a little bit better. Not on the par with any of the other guys, but he's a great counter pick character. If you need some extra damage and your team lacks a lot of dive, you're gonna be happy you picked him. So next on the list is Vulcan. Don't ask. Just kidding. The reason he's on the list is because he does have a tank aspect, but the real reason he's on the list is because I play him a lot in casuals with my buddies. And what I do is I go the mod where you turn Thumper into a consumable, and I put Thumper and Turret at my purple buff with my ADC, and then I go Sunder, and then while the Thumper and Turret help my ADC clear purple, I invade the enemy purple, and I literally you walk up, you Sunder it, you walk away. It is incredibly easy. There has only been one time it didn't work, and that's because I Sundered like a second too early because I was just zoned out and wasn't thinking. But you literally walk up, Sunder it, walk away, get up almost all the time. It is super hard to fuck up. Nobody's really going Sunder on support anyway right now. But that's it. Other than that, you have a knockup. You're super tanky, but it's just another gimmick. If you pick him, you're kind of trolling, but he's really fun. And try that invade shit. It's so fucking funny. Don't do it in ranked, but you'll see what I mean when you do it in casuals. It's quite literally the easiest invade in the world, because even if you don't get the enemy purple, you don't care because you still got your normal purple XP. It's a 0 risk, but 100% reward for you if you pull it off. And it's just so funny. And bonus points, if you have any quips, I like to go the Hindu man, I can't believe what I'm witnessing. So when I steal their buff, I say, I can't believe what I'm witnessing. And then you walk away. And then the enemy team's just like, what the fuck? This guy just ruined my life. And yeah. Enough on that. Let's talk about Yemoja. She's a solid A pick right now. She has so much CC, so much utility, healing, shielding, knockups, knockbacks that provide protections. Her ultimate is fantastic. She has probably the highest skill ceiling out of any of the other support characters. Trust me, there are some bad Yemoja players. I watched my friend play ranked for the first time, and he was in Amber Q's, and she horrible. But she's a fucking phenomenal support when you play her right. She can do so much for your team. And she can also stun objectives, and that's so cool. She can stun towers. She can stun phoenixes. It's awesome. Now, I unfortunately have to talk about Yemoja aspect. Please don't play this in support. This literally completely ruins her as a support because you no longer have the ability to heal or shield your teammates, and you also lose your stun. You can still stun towers, weirdly enough, but you lose your stun on enemy gods. So again, you can play it if you really like Yemoja and want to do damage, but just go play her mid, man. I don't know. She should play her normal if you're playing her support. And last but not least, we have my boy Ymir. He is also going in A. He's a very balanced character. Tons of damage, super tanky, lots of survivability, lots of utility. Wall is one of the best abilities in the game. You just throw it up and it's a wall. You cut out their movement, block their escape routes, guarantee abilities for your teammates. Ultimate's very good. He does very well with health items because he has a lot of base health. And he does a lot of really early game damage. You know, you go war flag on him and you win lane almost like 80% of the time. He's just really strong. He goes well with any ADC and you just have a great time. And that is the tier list. I know I like fast forwarded through a lot of these gods, but a lot of them are kind of self-explanatory, I feel like. And I do want to get this out of the way. This is My personal play style, I'm a very aggressive player. So these are the characters that I think work better for that and that play style. This isn't like, don't take this and be like, this is the tier list. This is factual. No, no one's tier list is going to be 100% factual. It's all opinion based, even if it's backed by stats. And mine is backed by stats. I didn't talk about this a lot in the video, but I use a lot of my own gameplay, in gameplay from others, and just win rates and play rates. But at the end of the day, it's still my opinion. What I recommend you do is go watch other people's tier lists. Inbound has great tier lists. I really like the way he started to do his. It's kind of similar to mine where he does the graphics. Go watch their videos, compare and contrast, and make your own opinions. Think about how you play the game. Do you play aggressive like I do? And you've seen my videos. You know what I mean. Like, I go in there. I ain't no bitch. Hopefully you ain't no bitch either, because that's the true way to play support. Quote me on that. I don't care. You go in there and you don't be a bitch. But if you'd like to play the backliner too, which I do sometimes too, it's a lot of fun. You know, you get to heal your boys, you get to protect your boys. It's a lot of fun. Then this tier list may not be 100% correct for you, but I still try to include a lot of those things in here too. You know, like the Ymir, or not the Ymir, but like the Apollo aspect, that's very backline right now. Afro, very backline heavy. Geb, I hate Geb right now, but I still put him in A. You know, but again, I cannot stress this enough. Go make your own judgments. Go play the game. Don't take this as 100% factual. This is just my experience, and my experience could vary different from yours. So, and again, this will be available as a graphic on my Discord. Please join. We talk in there a lot. We can even play some casuals, maybe. I don't care. I like playing with you guys. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for some more gameplay videos coming out soon with my new computer. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my rambling as I've come back. This is my first video back, so I have to get back into the swing of things. So I always like to do tier lists when I come back because they're a little bit easy to make. I like doing them because I get to put these graphics together, get to put my graphic design mind to work, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for continuing to watch this channel. And if you're new here, thank you for watching this video and channel for the first time. I love you all so, so much. Expect a lot more frequency of videos, and I will see you all later. Peace out. Have a great day. Mwah, 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 mwah.